It's like, it kind of hurts to like talk about someone's tattoo like this, but it's almost like halfway done. I don't know. And the shading that's done is like not that great. I'm sorry, whoever you are. My name is Marcos Alvarado. I'm an artist from Puerto Rico, and today I'll be reacting to tattoos of my art with Ink Magazine. I personally really love this one. It's one of my favorites. I usually get sent these like randomly, like on either Twitter or like Instagram DM. So it's always exciting like seeing like new pieces, but this one is like very nicely done. I feel like this piece is definitely one of the ones that gets tattooed the most. This one is titled Body of Fire, Soul of Ice. Yeah, I think it's great. I like the color, composition, like the size of it. It sits really nicely on the forearm. The detail is done really nicely. So I personally love this one. It's one of my favorites for sure. With this one, when I saw it, I personally thought it was very cool. I've never seen like a blacklight type of tattoo. And I remember I posted it on Twitter when I got it sent, and it went like super viral. A lot of people were quoting the tweet talking about that it gives you cancer. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it's pretty crazy if it does. Nonetheless, it looks amazing. Like, it looks cool. Like, this is such like a cool thing. But I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, if you know, you know, because who really carries around like a black light to like show that off? Okay. Yeah, this one I'm not that big of a fan of. I'm sorry, whoever you are. There's like a little bit of like two different styles going on. There's like line work detail, kind of, barely, some shading mixed in there. I don't think it works. And there's like something going on in like the spine of like one of the skeletons. It's almost like halfway done, I don't know. And the shading that's done is like not that great. It's heartbreaking because I feel like it's amazing whenever someone like sees an art piece and they want to get it tattooed, but it's like they get it done like this. It's very heartbreaking. And I feel like the worst thing too is whenever they don't realize it and they send it in still, like very proudly. It's like, it kind of hurts to like talk about someone's tattoo like this, but as long as they're happy, that's okay.
We saw that you got a tattoo machine. Have you gotten into tattooing yourself?
Not really recently. I did for a little bit. Like, I properly tattooed for maybe like 3 or 4 months. And they're okay. They're not like amazing or great, but I feel like that's something that I would definitely get back into later on in my art career. Next one. This is definitely a piece. This artwork, I remember I maybe did it in 2019, and it's called Stargazing. Pretty self-explanatory. I really like it, in my opinion. It's done okay. Like, maybe some of the shading and the line work and the skeleton could have been a lot cleaner and like on the telescope, but I think it works. A lot of people tend to get the moon tattooed with the girl. I've seen it done a lot like on their hands and whatnot, which is cool. But yeah, overall, like, this is okay. I kind of rate this like a 6.5 out of 10. Maybe. I love this one. This is also like one of my favorite pieces from my own portfolio to see tattooed, just because it works so well as a tattoo. This one is done like very, very nicely. I love the red and the blue. It just looks really, really good together. The details of the skull is like really nice. Yeah, I don't even think I have like one bad thing to say about this piece. I definitely love it. It's like, for sure, like top 3 that I've seen in my work. It's nice and clean too. And it's interesting because it has a lot of details. But I just think of like how clean it was done. It's not like overly detailed, it seems like. I don't know. It's great, it's amazing. This one is funny. I feel like it's funny because of the leftover blue ink that's like right off to the side. But like, when I saw this piece, I just couldn't believe it. Like, I feel like this is a piece that I knew a lot of people would get tattooed. But to get it colored is like one thing, and then to get it blasted on your chest like that big is like another thing, which I'm like super grateful for. It's like, it's crazy to see my work be on someone's skin this way. But I feel like it's very extreme. This is like super extreme. But it would be cool if like this person later on added a whole bunch of other colored tattoos surrounding it. I feel like it could definitely make, you know, his whole like chest and upper body as a whole. So I'm not mad at it. I just think it's funny, and yeah, but it's great. It's done very well, I feel like. This one, I'm like, I see what they were trying to do, and I see the style they were trying to go for. I personally just don't think it works with this specific piece. Just because it kind of resembles like a real anatomy heart, and the way that it's done with the very minimal detail. I think what it is about it is that I don't like the hard outline with like the very light shading. Whenever you get shading done, if it's that light when it's fresh, once it heals, it's gonna be way lighter than that. So not ideal for this piece. That and some of the lines are not as straight, so not a big fan of this one.
Would you say because you're the artist that you're a perfectionist?
Yes and no. I feel like with my own work, over the years, I've definitely came to the conclusion that trying to be perfect or like be a perfectionist is definitely like insecurity masked. Like, who are you trying to prove that this piece is like perfect or whatever? So I don't think like a perfect piece of artwork exists. I just think that great art pieces exist, and it's all in the execution. Like, it's all in the little details and whatnot. So I don't think that like paying close attention to all the details that make a piece great is being a perfectionist. I just think it's you trying to create a great body of work. Next one. This is how the other tattoo was kind of supposed to look like. Not even in terms of color, but in terms of like the clean line work, and this is like the proper composition and the proper execution for this piece. I really love this piece. The color is like, it's amazing. The shading is great. The highlights are great. I know this is like a fresh picture of it being done, so I'm like super curious to like see it healed. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, it's amazing. My favorite part is definitely like the yellow highlights right under the flames. I feel like that's what like ties it all up. It's great, it's amazing. I love this one. This one is like amazing. The placement of it, composition-wise as well. A lot of my pieces are like very like balanced, as you can see. And so I feel like it kind of makes it easy to decide where you want to place it on your body if you do decide to get my work tattooed. And this is like one of them. Like, this is like a perfect back piece. Like, it fits perfectly. It was done very well by the tattoo artist. The details are amazing. The only thing about super fine line tattoos like this is that depending on how they take care of it, it might just wear off a little bit and you might need to get it like retouched up. But like, other than that, like, I feel like it's great. This is one of my favorite tattoos I've seen on my work, for sure.
Is there a piece of art you haven't seen tattooed that you would love to see tattooed?
Oh, I'm sure. Like, you know, honestly, not at the top of my head, but I feel like my portfolio is like so extensive and so large that there's definitely a lot of pieces that I haven't seen tattooed. There definitely is like a constant rotation of the same pieces that I do get sent of like tattoos of my art. So I feel like I can definitely tell when it's like not one of those. But yeah, I'm always looking forward to like seeing any piece of art, whether it's like one that's already been done before or like a new one. I don't mind at all. It's great.